Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday night Life to the Full call. I'm super excited to be here on December 1st, first day of December. And I don't know about you guys, but that just feels like really exciting to me. I feel like this end of November has just been a lot of fun. I mean, fun because really like the for real start of the holidays with Thanksgiving and then having Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all of just these fun sales and deals and people jumping on board with Plexus, people deciding that they want to start their health journey now, like just so many things. We've seen people earning bonuses, people ranking up. It has been a lot of fun. And so, we talked a few weeks ago about how to win with your products over the holidays and talking about like not waiting for January to come. And I just could not feel like stronger about that still at this time. So whether it's with your products, with your health, or with sharing this with friends, with doing this as a business, like why wait until January when you can kickstart it now? Everybody right now is thinking about January. They're thinking about when am I going to get started? When am I going to do something that's going to feel better? What is 2021 going to look like? I mean, 2020 has been the year of just twists and turns and all the crazy that we never thought possible. And so what is 2021 gonna look like? And for me, like knowing I want to step into the new year feeling control. Like this is the thing that we can't control everything. We can't control most things, but there are some things that we can control. There are things within us that we can control. And a lot of that has to do with our mindset, with our attitude, with our goals, with the things that we want to go after. And what we are getting around us, what we are surrounding ourselves with is being determined by what's in here and what's in here. And so really, I want to kickstart December thinking, what are the goals that I have? How do I want to end this year so that I'm literally like running into 2021 on fire, like ready to go, that my goals are already getting under my belt and all of these really exciting things. And so I have like a couple of kind of tips and things that we can talk about as far as how to fan that flame of momentum. How do you create momentum? How do you keep it going for yourself, whether it's with your health or with a business with Plexus? How do you create that momentum? How do you keep the momentum going? How do you fan that flame? How do you fan the fire? So to start, I wanted to ask Steph if she would share a little bit. So just to give a little bit of background, Stephanie is amazing. Okay, I'll just start with that. But I didn't know Steph until she joined Plexus. So Steph joined with Jackie and Emily and that Miami crew down there. And I have just absolutely loved getting to know her. There's so many times that one of us will say something and the other one is like, we're the same. So it's a lot of fun just getting to hear from her, share a lot of fun moments, but also to hear like her struggles and the way that she has overcome things, the way that she has battled her mindset and that she has done scary things. And so this month, Steph like made a huge decision to step all in with Plexus, with her business. And maybe she'll share a little bit about that. But the fire that she created, the momentum that she created this month was insanity. And she herself enrolled 8 people this past month and she hit gold. And she had even more people joining her team that she had a hand in every single one of those people joining. So even if they were not directly under her. And the thing about Steph is it's like it shows in the results, the momentum that she created because she added all those people, she hit gold, but being a part of the everyday conversation of seeing her dig deep and run with this and to say, okay, what am I supposed to do next? And then say, ooh, that feels a little scary. And then freaking do it anyway. Like it seriously, you guys, it's inspiring. And here I sit here as an Emerald who's been here almost 3 years. And I was like in awe of her every single day, every conversation that we had. So with all of that being said, I would love for her to share a little bit about just what that was like, how she created that momentum, how did that momentum feel, and just kind of some of her experience with that. So take it away, Steph.
Okay, you're making me like, well, I probably like as red as my hat. But I'm wearing Santa hat because we were decorating our tree, and I was like, it's first day of December, it works. So anyway, yes. Like Ali said, I hit gold, which has been like my like short-term goal from like day one when I started. And it's always been like, when I hit gold, when I hit gold, when I hit gold, and to finally hit it, like it literally, I think I'm still a little bit in shock. Um, but I feel like I've made it. Like, oh my gosh, I'm officially a Plexus lady. Like, I don't know why, but gold was just like my like landmark. I don't know. My obviously my ultimate goal is diamond, emerald on the way there and everything, but gold was like the first big one. Um, so how I got in a season of momentum, the biggest thing was prayer, honestly. Like it sounds kind of like cliche, but I'm being totally honest when I say that. Like anytime I would start to feel a little like, oh, like it's slowing down kind of thing, I was like, I am striving instead of thriving, and I need to make sure that Jesus is in this, because if he's not, it's going to be a lot of work for not much outcome. So prayer was the number one thing. The second thing was the power hours. And Megan Malakovic and Phil, both of them, I had a meeting with them like it was probably the beginning. I think it was the beginning of November. And I was like, yeah, I really like the power hours, but it's hard. It's a hard time for me to get on and everything. And Megan was like, do it anyway. She was like, hit play and keep doing laundry or chasing your 2-year-old around, like whatever. So I made a commitment to listen to Power Hour every day, Alita's Power Hour, which is at 10:30 Eastern, Monday through Friday. And like that really did make a huge difference, because a lot of this, and especially Megan preaches this, a lot of this is mindset. And so there were actually like Thanksgiving week kind of like threw me off, having my daughter not at school and everything, and I missed some of the power hours. And I think it was the day before Thanksgiving, I want to say. Um, I there's like a group chat with Ali, Jackie, and me, and I like posted it there. I was like, I think my season of momentum has kind of come to an end. And got on there and did a voice memo and was like, no. Like, she was like, absolutely not. I've been there. And when that happens, you just have to like really dig in and go. And so yeah, so power hours, I did notice a difference though, like when I started listening to them, it really like kind of gets that fire going. And then the other thing was my upline. Like I don't think there's a day that goes by that I don't reach out to Jackie and Ali. And I'm like, okay, so here's this. And a big part of it is I was honest, and I always am honest about like when I said, okay, I think my momentum's ending, or like, guys, I'm really struggling. Like I just don't have the motivation right now. Um, and we do it, Jackie, we really do. Um, like I'll be honest with them. I'll be like, I'm struggling. I'm not really feeling it. I feel like I'm not doing what I need to be doing, or that my work's not paying off, or anything like that. And that really does honestly make a big difference. And the other part about it was, whatever they told me to do, I did it. And some of it was really scary. I did the scary things, like I put a list, like asking people for shout outs. That was something that was really hard for me. Now it's just like second nature. It's like, I ask everybody this. Would you do a post for me? Um, and also doing Facebook Lives. I was super nervous about that. Talking to the scary people. Like I literally would get there and like tell them the exact message that I was going to say to the scary people. And then they like help me tweak it and everything. Doing the scary posts. Again, something else that I would send to them and be like, guys, what do you think of this? Is this good? Even pictures, you're like, which picture is best? So really just using them as the resource that they are and the amazing, encouraging people that they are. And also and I would tell them my victories as well as whenever I wasn't doing well, and they would just celebrate that. And it really it made a huge difference. Um, and then through it all, I just really, honestly, I worked really hard to be true to myself. Like I really have a thing about being genuine. I don't like being fake, and I can't stand pushy salespeople. So I worked really hard not to be that person. I was just very honest with people. Like all I could do was offer it to them. And like I told them, I'm like, I just want to talk to you. I just want to tell you all about it. I want to answer your questions. If you still don't want to do it, okay. Like it's the whole thing of you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And it's like, okay. One thing that Allie told me a while ago that I love is some will, some won't. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. And I really took that to heart. And something that Megan told Jackie, and Jackie told me, is other people's opinions don't pay my bills. So I just kind of took all of that to heart. And when it came to talking to people, I just had to remember, like, all I'm doing is just telling them why I love it and why I think it would be great for them. And if they don't want it, okay, like that's fine. We can still be friends. um, so I think that was kind of everything I had to say.
That is so good, Steph. That is not just because you are gold, but that is gold. Seriously. I mean, because such actionable steps, I think. And I really just want to reiterate, like, because I just jotted it down, right? Like, number one, prayer. Like, that is huge. I completely agree with that. Number two, getting on Power Hour, doing it anyway, sticking those earbuds in your ears, and even just listening. And that's something that even I struggle with. I don't always get on Power Hour. I have seasons where I've done it every day and seasons where I don't. And I feel the difference. Every single day I've gotten on, I've never regretted it. I've never been like, ugh, that was a waste of 30 minutes. No, never, ever, ever. So if you can, even if you think you can't, just see. If you can, just try. So prayer, power, your upline. I think that is a lot of the magic. It wasn't so much that we were the magic. It was that you being completely honest, because so many times I think a lot of us were honest with ourselves that we're scared, we're nervous, and what do we do when we're scared? We retreat. But instead of retreating, Steph, you pushed in, you dove in deeper, and you named the fear, right? And so it lost its power in a lot of ways, and then we were able to speak truth into that fear or into those things, and then you still did the step. There is a lot of people, even sometimes myself, where I might speak my truth. I might speak what the fear is. Somebody might give me advice, but then it's up to me if I'm going to do it or not. If I'm going to actually still dive in and go ahead and do it, even though I'm scared, even though they know. And a lot of times that's why we don't share with people when we're scared, because we don't want, like, we already know what the answer is and we don't want to do it. And so, but you taking the extra step to speak it out, and then to, like, it made it so fun because then you were able to celebrate it when you did it. It didn't always mean, oh, let's celebrate someone signing up. It was like, let's celebrate that you sent that message, and let's talk about the victory. Let's make the next message a little better. Like, let's go through, and you learned and we all learned because of that. We're going to say something, Steph?
Yeah. One of those scary people that I talked to, she didn't start taking the products, but it actually was still I was honored that she listened to me. And like, it was a very respectful thing. And obviously, of course, it's never as crazy as scary as you think it is. But even though she said no, I still was like, I did it. We had a conversation. It was amazing.
Yes. Well, and so that's exactly true, right? Celebrating those wins. And the wins are not always a measurable, like, this person signed up or all of that. The win is like, I did the hard thing. I did the scary thing. You guys will hear me say a lot. The goal is not necessarily some end result. Like, the goal is growth. The goal is becoming the person I was made to be. And so when you do those scary things, when you take those steps, you are becoming more and more yourself. You're breaking down walls. You're breaking down barriers. You're breaking down chains. This is why I tell people, even even when you just say yes to ordering supplements through Plexus, you're doing something brave. You're doing something different, and stepping out and doing something different is just, it's the first step. It's that first domino that's going to lead to even more things in your life. And it might look totally different. So I love that. I love that you talked about, that honesty, celebrating things, working hard to be true to yourself. I think that that is super important. So many times we see the people in Plexus that we think are successful, and we automatically compare ourselves to them, and we think, well, I can't do this because they have this and this that I don't have. Hearing other people's stories is meant to inspire us. It's not meant to make us sit there and say, well, I can't copy that because I'm not them. No, it's meant for you. Like, those people, Megan, Alita, Amber, like, those people had to discover what it was about them that people were drawn to, and like capitalize on that. What is it that people love about you? Capitalize on that fact. Dig more into that person. Dig more into, being that person, speaking that truth out. And people are going to relate to you because they know you're being you. They don't want to see you be somebody else, because they want to have the courage to be them. And so what, by us tapping more into being ourselves, being genuine, it gives people the courage for them to be themselves, and it draws them in to something that is much bigger than just taking supplements, which we know that our supplements are amazing and that they work, but it's so much bigger than that. And then I love, that SW. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. And I think, this is where Steph and I really relate a lot, that I think we create a lot of drama in our own heads about what people are going to think about us. Are they going to think that we care about them, or that we're just trying to use them, or whatever? And it's like, listen, some people won't understand. That's just the reality, right? But some will. And are we going to stop reaching out because of the some that won't, and miss out on the people who are waiting for an answer, the people who are looking for change? So really quickly, I have asked one other person super last minute if she would share, if she's still on. Mary, you're still on here, right? So Mary, I want to tell a little bit about Mary as well. So I've known Mary since she was in high school. She was one of my volunteer leaders for the youth program that I ran, the youth ministry that I ran. And then she went to the college that I went to, which is super exciting for my husband and I to get to like point some, high schoolers in that same direction that we went. And now Mary is a full-time youth pastor. That is her job. And I have seen her grow so much over the, I guess, 10 years that I've known her. That's really crazy to think. And just seeing her grow. But since, for her jumping on Plexus with me, it has been an amazing journey to, one, just be in each other's lives again, like on a more consistent basis, on an almost daily basis, to be able to talk. But this last month, or almost 2 months, Mary made a huge shift in her mindset. And it affected the way she did her business, the way she reached out to people, the way she posted. And it also made a huge impact on the results that she was seeing in her health. And so I would love, Mary, for you to share a little bit about that momentum, how you created it, what were the things that you did every single day that kept that momentum going, and what are some of the things that you can share to celebrate with us? Because honestly, every single day that I would listen to this girl, she'd voice message me, I'm like, oh my gosh, who even is this person? Like, she is so incredible, and everything that she shared, every analogy that she thought of, everything the Lord downloaded to her soul was like, it was just power and magic and all of the things. And so, she didn't necessarily hit a big goal that she had for last month, but I think she surpassed a lot of other goals that she never thought possible in just what she could learn about herself and what she was really capable of. And so that's the thing. It's not always about reaching some rank, right? It is about diving more and more into the person you're made to be, because what's going to happen is the rank will catch up with you. Okay. The rank will catch up with you if you step out and you do the thing. So go ahead, Mary. I'd love to hear from you for a couple minutes.
Oh my gosh, Allie, you're about to make me cry. Hi guys. So yeah, okay. So what really like switched in me was in October. What is it? Andy Andrews. The Traveler's Gift. I read The Traveler's Gift, and I read it basically in like 2 days. I actually didn't read it. I listened to an Audible. First off, if you're making the excuse that you can't read any of the books that we do as a book club, that is a lie. I'm dyslexic and I have ADD. Get yourself an Audible account. If you can't afford an Audible account, there's something called Libby, and all you have to do is put your free library card in there, and you can listen to a book for 21 days free. And if you miss that 21 days, you can re-download it. So I just want to say that. And I think a big thing was for me was calling out my own excuses in saying that by itself. Like, I realized that there were so many labels that I was believing coming into this business that I first had to go back, and Allie kind of did like the 7 levels deep thing, like asking me why 7 times, and like we went back and like then and I realized I was believing all of these lies, and I was like, wow, I have a lot of lies. And so every time I was like, oh, well, I can't do that. Here's the excuse. And then I was like, okay, well, that's an excuse. So we're going to go and do it. And then it just like started just changing all of these things for me. And a big thing was just like having a decided heart. So I really sat down that month after reading The Traveler's Gift. And I was just like, okay, like, I have a decided heart that I'm going to do this. There is no other way for me to do it. And not just like me, like going diamond and double diamond one day. No, like I'm talking, I'm really talking about like my health and just like what I want to do and just dreaming big. So a big thing and something I've just started doing. So Megan always talks about like getting up really early and starting your day off. And so I do exactly what Megan talked about in her first podcast, was like getting up and choosing joy every day. And then listing the 3 things that you're grateful for, and then having that glass of water. I will tell you, having a glass of water in the morning is like a game changer. Like it's better than coffee. I promise you. I just tell everyone that because it has literally changed how my morning has gone. But then I sit down every morning and I write out, hold on, sorry, my cat is doing something. Okay. Funny story. I read The Traveler's Gift and I named my cat Ponder after the guy in the book, so I would never forget, but that's beside the point. Anyways, but yeah, so like every morning I would get up and I would just brain dump like everything that I'm feeling and kind of just like get my list going for the day and just like, okay, what are my goals? What are my dreams? And then I would write down every day my dreams, my goals, like for life. So that's like, my plan is to go double diamond one day. And that this month, last month I was planning on going gold. It didn't happen, but there were so many exciting things that did happen that like I'm ready for this month. So a big huge thing that Allie wanted me to share was my momentum in like my workouts. And I just want to say I kind of made those non-negotiables that everyone keeps talking about. You make the non-negotiables and you're going to do it. So I decided I was doing Mondays, but it's been raining on Mondays. But so I at least say I'm going to run once a week. And so over Thanksgiving, I ran my first 5K. And that was like the most, I never thought I would ever be a runner. I would look at these people, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. That's not me. And to think that I'm 23 and now I'm a runner and now I'm addicted to running, and I could never imagine my life anyways. But yeah, set your non-negotiables, keep writing out your goals, and have a decided heart what you're going to do, and do it every morning and be consistent, because it's going to compound. That's what I got.
Thank you so much, Mary. I just love it so much because exactly what she said. I think the biggest thing that she said in there was that she owned her excuses, because a few months ago when Mary started, she was on fire. She was excited. She was ready to do it. But a lot of things that she would do or that she get disappointed with, and like they had a but in the middle, right? Like, well, I want to do that, but, and to see her go and just choose, like, I'm just going to let go of that. And you guys, it's scary. It's scary to let go of the but, because the but feels like a defense mechanism a lot of times to say like, okay, I have this wall up. It's an excuse. It's a reason. It's a way I can talk myself out of it. Or if this doesn't work, I could say, well, see, I knew it wasn't going to work because I had that little like but there. You know, I had that plan B. I had that way to get out, that backdoor exit, you know, or even just to say, see, I knew it wouldn't work for me like it worked for them. But to see her completely shift her mindset this month and say, that's not going to be an excuse for me anymore. And she didn't even necessarily say that. She just started doing it. She started getting up every day, like she said, being thankful. I love that you said having that glass of water, because it does make a big difference. But writing down her goals every day. When she told me a couple weeks ago that she was getting up and writing her goals every single day, she was writing them, not reading them. Okay. And it was a conviction for me, because how many of us have written affirmations and we stick them on the mirror or we stick them on our window or whatever, and maybe we read them a couple times, but it loses some of that power because we don't read it every day, or we're not saying it out loud, or we just get used to it. But the fact that she was actually writing it down, taking the time to write it down, she wasn't saying, well, I wrote it yesterday, so I don't need to take 10 minutes and write it today. She got up and she wrote it down every day. And every single time she wrote that down, it cemented even more in her mind and in her heart, in that decided heart, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm going after. And it changes the way that you do it. Another book that she told me that she's been working through, which I think had a big impact on her doing this, was The Secret Code of Success. That's right. Yeah, Mary. And in there, he talks about not just affirmations, but afformations, asking forming questions. So instead of saying, I'm diamond, right? Or I'm going to be diamond, to say, how, like, you know, why am I such a successful diamond, or why am I such a successful emerald? And when you ask yourself that question, your brain looks for an answer. But because so many times we sit there, we say, why am I so fat? Why am I not successful? Why am I this? Why am I that? And our brain shows us the answer. Well, it's because you do this, or you don't do that, or da, da, da. And we just get more down and down and down on ourselves. What if we asked ourselves the good questions? Why am I so successful? Why am I having such amazing results? Why are so many friends wanting to join me? And we ask ourselves the question of the goal that we want, and our brain starts looking for the answer. And every single day we start to act in a way that leads us towards that end result. And we start looking for those things in our life where maybe before we thought we didn't have that skill set, but all of a sudden we start seeing that we're doing things. We're like, oh, wow, that's why I'm going to be successful at this. That's why I'm going to be able to make it in this, because I am good at speaking to people. Oh, because I am driven, because I can choose to do something in every day and actually do it. And so I love that so much. And yes, Steph, I think that's worth mentioning again. I love that she's not letting the fact that she's dyslexic or that she has ADD or anything stop her. She's listening to the books. She is doing the posts. There's times where she'll send the post. Like, I think that we all need somebody to send posts to and just say, hey, how do you like, is this good? Because we need that affirmation, right? Do not hesitate. You guys, I'm an emerald. I still send posts to Amber and to Megan and say, oh my gosh, what do you think about this? Which picture looks better? Sometimes do I feel stupid doing it, or do I feel like, Allie, but that's another lie, right? You're emerald. You shouldn't have to ask for affirmation. Oh, stop it. We were all created for relationships. We all need affirmation. We all need people to say, no, you're not crazy. I'm on your side. And yes, that sounds awesome. Or, hey, tweak that little thing. You spelled that wrong, or like whatever, right? We all need that. And so do not hesitate to reach out. Just like Steph said, that she used her upline, which is her friends, right? To say, is this good? What do I do with this? And so anyway, so Mary, I think it was amazing that she stopped using excuses. She has dug in and she's been doing the work, and she has seen changes, and she's been doing the working out. She's been doing intermittent fasting, which has been amazing. And you guys have seen her share, but she has had incredible results with her health, with her weight, with running, all of these things. And she did a great post the other day about running that first 5K and how she actually earned a medal that she had gotten in the past. And it's really inspiring. So I would encourage you guys, like, this December 1st, write out some goals. Where do you want to be come January 1st? Where do you want to be come December 1st next year? What do you want to be able to look back on the year, to be looking towards Christmas and to say, this is what I've done. This is what I've accomplished. This is a fear that I overcame. Write those things down. Okay. Think about who you want to have with you, in a month, in 6 months, in 12 months. These are the people that I would love to be doing this with. Some of you guys may not know this, but Emily Little, who's on here, she is my childhood best friend. Okay. Like, we're such best friends. We call each other cousins. Okay. But when we were little, we were best friends. And I say to her pretty frequently, I'm like, could we have ever imagined this? Like, one day we're going to grow up and we're going to do a business together. Like, maybe we would have thought that, but it looked nothing like something like Plexus, right? And here we haven't been super close. We don't keep in great contact other than social media for several years. And now we get to talk all the time. We get to go on vacations together and do these amazing things, see this growth. Who are the people that you're like, I would love to do that? Another person, Alexis Wigglesworth. Alexis is my stepbrother's wife. I barely even knew Alexis, but she was on my dream team list because I knew she would be incredible at this and she would be a whole lot of fun to do this with. And so I put her name down on a dream team list and I said, okay, I'm nervous because I barely know her really, but I know she would be amazing. And the day that she decided to jump on board, she was amazing. And she still is amazing at this. She just had her third baby and she's freaking killing it in her, her running game, getting back out there. But she's a senior Ruby ambassador and it is amazing to see that. So set out goals. Who are the people that you would love to have join you? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be with your health? So many times, I had this thought last week because I take pictures after I leave my class at the gym and I was a little bummed because I've gained a little bit of weight actually because I haven't been running every day and teaching classes because of the gym closing and everything with COVID. But I'm still in the best health ever, which is crazy. I'm like, my face looks totally different because no inflammation. This is amazing. But I was feeling a little discouraged because I was looking at pictures and I was like, man, I miss when I was like so super ripped and toned last year when I was training for a marathon. Okay, Allie, obviously your body's different when you're running a marathon than when you're not. But I was thinking about this idea of before and after pictures. And so many times we sit here and we look at a picture and we think about in a year, it's going to take me a year to get to that goal or to be more toned or to lose that weight or to have some drastic result. Like that's so long and that's so hard. Just think about what about the idea of in a day? What's your before and after picture today? What did you do today that was different? What did you do today that is going to lead you to that after picture that might come in a month or 3 months or in a year, right? What did you do today? And so I started taking a picture of before my workout and the sweaty selfie after my workout to say, look at that difference. I walked in here a little bit tired, but determined. I left with my mask. I have to wear a mask in the gym, is literally dripping wet. That's a win. That after is something that I can celebrate, right? And so you have to make those big long-term goals and you have to set goals for every day that you can celebrate because sometimes it becomes disappointing to say that goal is far away. Hitting gold feels really far away. Hitting emerald feels really far away. But if you can say today I did something that's getting me closer to that, you can celebrate it. And that's what I think was what I saw in such a big way in Stephanie and in Mary this month was that, Steph, every single day she said she was messaging in the group chat and she was saying, this is what I'm doing today, or what am I doing today? Or this feels scary, but I'm going to do it anyway. Every day Mary was getting up and she was writing down her goals every single day. She was listening to a book. Both of these ladies said they were getting on Power Hour every single day. If you want to create momentum in your life, it is the things that you do every day that make a difference. And I'm preaching to the choir here because I am the least disciplined person I know. Okay. And is a struggle, even in the things I love to do every day. It is a struggle to get up and do it. So I am preaching to myself here, but success does not come from some big one-time event. It comes from the habits you do every day. There's a quote that I love that says, a river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. Every single day when you do things, that is what's going to make a difference for your health, for your relationships, for your business. And so if you want to see something happen with Plexus, let me tell you what I love about Plexus is like, you can make money like that. It's not a get rich quick scheme, but it's legit like, oh, okay. Like I can make money right off the bat pretty darn quick. They're doing the 246 incentive again this month. If you add 2 people, that's an extra $50 on top of your normal referral. You guys, that's big money. You can be getting a couple $100s in 1 month for signing a few people, for helping a few people get started. That's incredible. But I just totally lost my train of thought because I'm looking at the time and I'm like, wow, I thought this was going to be short, but now I'm all fiery. So coming back around here, you guys, this is what happened. So, but anyway, being disciplined and doing those things every single day. Oh, so Plexus, you can make that big money pretty quick, but you can build something here that is sustainable for the long term. There are diamonds here that are making $30,000 a month. There are diamonds that are making 6 figures a month, you guys. That is insane. There are double diamonds. They're making 6 figures a month. This is not like a typo. I know what I'm saying. A month. 6 figures a month. That is insane to me. That feels like something not possible, but you know what? It is possible. So whatever that goal is you have, if it's gold, if it's senior gold, if it's ruby, if it's emerald, if it's double freaking diamond, it matters what you do today and what you do tomorrow to get there. So, who is ready to start off December by writing down the things, right? Do not go to bed tonight by at least writing down a couple of things. What do you want to end this year with? And what is one thing that you're going to do every day? Is it getting on Power Hour? Okay, you guys, getting on Power Hour is huge. That power is amazing. If you don't know what Power Hour I'm talking about, message me as soon as this is over and say, what the crap is Power Hour? Because I don't know about it. Because if you don't, I'm sorry. I have done you a disservice by not making sure everybody knows that that is available to them. It's not an hour. It's only actually like 20 minutes. And if you get on 10 minutes early, there's prayer for 10 minutes if that's something that you want to do, which is also impactful every single day. But doing something every day, get up and drink that glass of water, like Mary said, right? Drink that glass of water, start that day nice and fresh, and say, here is a new day and I'm ready to go. So thank you guys so much for jumping on, for listening all this time. I actually went a little bit over, but I really want to thank you, Steph and Mary, so much for sharing your experiences. You guys were both, I literally wrote on this receipt, because I don't have my notebook, a whole receipt filled with notes. It's a CVS receipt. You could tell because it's that long, right? Filled with notes, because you guys are doing the things that are going to change your life. They're changing your life now, and it's going to keep going. So thank you guys, everyone who jumped on here. Okay, I am also gonna, let me screenshot here really quick the list of everyone who's on here, and then I will post tonight who's winning our $10 Amazon gift card. I would do it now, but I have to go into the gym. So this is what I'm doing for me too, you guys. 8:40 and I'm going into the gym. There it is, the edge, because I have to do this, you know, for me and for my husband. So he's in there working out, thank the Lord. And so let's do this thing. Let's have a lot of fun in December, because you guys, this is fun. Doing these things is fun. Seeing change in yourself is fun, and seeing results, earning money, and helping other people earn money. I will tell you, you will never be so happy as when you help somebody hit silver and earn that $160 to $300. Okay. So if you've never helped someone else go silver, I want you to make that one of your goals, that you're going to help somebody else get their products covered, because you will never feel as fulfilled as when you do that. It's when you help somebody earn those bonuses and see the difference that can make. So anyway, okay, I could just keep going, go on and on and on. So I love you guys. You are amazing. I'm so thankful for every single one of you. And I'm thankful in advance for all of the things that are coming for this December and coming into 2021. So peace out, friends. Have an awesome night.